All right, we're live, guys. Hello, everyone. We got Hazel Dan and Comic Book Steve, CBA in the house. Great news. 789 has sent me some books to give away today. So hopefully, we'll get at least about five names in the wheels. I did a random name wheels as on the other page. But anyway, so they sent me this book. So today, we'll be giving away Hawk 181 Shattered Glass, limited to 800. We got Will Will Jack Batman 154. Um, and also we got Ahsoka number one, Raza cover. And everything's still available at 789 comics.com. Use the code SNMC to get your 10% on all of your orders. So make sure to put that discount code at the checkout before you pay. And I just did a I did see how much these were selling for. I can tell you right now, there's three books alone worth at least about $60. So there's average. I mean, that's being lowballed right now. What they're selling on the secondary market is, but I can tell you, you'll save a little bit more by just going to 789 Comics and using that discount code SNMC to get you 10%. But this will be given away probably towards the end of the show, and whoever's being on the live chat will put it on a random, I don't know, random wheel name, whatever, and we'll spin it, and whoever comes. And if nobody's on the chat today, then we'll do it the following week. But anyway, how are you guys doing today? I
Yeah,
love the energy in this show.
Tired. Um,
yeah, I'm tired too.
It's the freaking energy. I love the energy. The positive energy that this show brings is like
yeah,
everybody wants to come in and just say, "Oh man, I want to watch this Comic Corner live podcast." That's why. Um,
yeah.
what
Yeah,
do you
I'm on
guys?
fire
$60 is a
today.
lot.
Yeah.
$60 is a lot for three comics. I mean, what can you get for $60 in the grocery store? Carton of eggs,
Eggs.
some milk,
Yeah,
Yeah.
may-
yeah, yeah,
maybe some
A
butter.
gallon of gas. Yeah.
yeah. You know what? $60 would actually give me at least about 14 gallons of gas for my car.
Yeah.
14 gallons.
Yeah, that's how. I think my car is 15 or 16 gallons, and that's all it takes for V8. So,
Really.
Wow.
so average, I'm spending about $60 to get a full tank of gas.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you don't have a hybrid or EV or anything like that. You're not
No,
a
no,
hybrid.
no.
Okay. Well, that explains it.
Yeah. Well, the dozen of egg actually costs here close to $7 to $10 per dozen eggs.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's going on, Joe? You look like you stayed up all night.
No, I'm tired. I went out of town yesterday, and I just had a bad week at work. Like, I had a long, rough week at work. I've been kind of in a bad mood lately, and just kind of frustrated about stuff lately. So I don't know, just a little bit emotionally, and mentally tired, and uh, physically kind of tired, and so just not in the best of the best of anything right now. But
Well, let me know
yeah,
when you have to
I'm
go.
tired,
I
man.
mean, I understand. I completely understand having a
Uh,
bad day at work. Trust me, I had a
yeah,
bad week
that
of
was
work.
bad. Stop.
I had
Yeah,
a bad.
that's well, that's what I'm gonna. If I said a day, I meant a week. Yeah, like the last week has just been really. Yeah, it's actually been a week for me too, and
Yeah.
it just all boiled down Friday night, and uh, yeah, just so just kind of like had a rough kind of weekend. I had fun Saturday. I went to go see um, Keston. Are you familiar with Keston's Old School Comics channel?
He has a great
No,
channel.
really? Well, send
He's
me
got a
that
really
link.
good channel. You want to
And
check him out? He's okay. I'll
well,
send you a link to him. Yeah, and but he's
yeah.
got a great channel. He has great information, and I've been on his. Yeah, he had me on his channel before, and we had a nice me and um,
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. Yeah, and so it's kind of we just had fun with it, and so I got to meet him. He was in town. Well, he was in Texas, so I took a trip out of town to go meet him, and it was fun. Yeah.
Feel like you guys had quite the adventure.
Oh man, I look like a hobo. Okay, so I went there wearing like a hoodie, and it had like
Because it's cold in Texas.
it's cold. Yeah, it's cold here and rainy. So, are you familiar with that movie Shocker? Are you familiar with
like
that
a
movie?
horror
The
movie,
one movie called
like,
Shocker. Okay,
No,
I think it's
not
Stephen King.
not-
it's it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Wes Craven.
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, yeah. And so I was wearing a hoodie that had Shocker on. It's got this guy in the electric chair being shocked, and I'm wearing, like my
It's
Rolling.
like from Fright Rags, I think.
It's from Fright Rags store, and then I'm wearing like a concert T-shirt and jeans, and he's wearing like a blazer and it looks nice because he was at a conference thing, and I we ended up trying to find something to eat, so we try to find some kind of Mexican food place to go eat at, and we ended up going to like this really fancy place, and we didn't know it, and I look like a hobo, and everybody there's wearing like slacks and blazers, and everybody looks like they're business, business dress up or business casual, and I go in there looking, I look cheap, man, and it was expensive, so we so it's kind of a awkward. Wasn't expecting that, but it was a lot of fun. We got a kick out of it. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. So we went to
It was funny. Is like one time I went to a convention without him,
yeah,
but with a friend of ours,
yeah,
and we didn't really know like places to eat, so we asked for recommendations. So this older gentleman recommended a place to us. We walked in there, and it's like candlelight dinner.
yeah.
So it was like really awkward.
And it was me, like it was a friend of ours that's a guy too. So
Yeah.
she goes there and like and he's a good friend of ours, and I wasn't feeling, I wasn't able to go make it to the convention, so she went, and they ended up
like I'm out of town. Like
yeah, it's like this really nice dinner date place with candlelight stuff, and
we felt
it was
betrayed.
it was really
by
awkward.
recommendation.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Thank you,
Yeah.
legend.
So great legend. If you not know, we'll be giving away free book. Your name is entered since you're in the chat. So I just want to show you these are the books that is being given away. So these actually this one is sells for at least about pretty good. So you can actually flip it if you want to and get a pretty good pennies out of those. But all three books average about close to $60 to $70 on a good day. Yeah. No, don't thank me yet, legend. You haven't won it yet.
And nobody else showed up, so you'll probably win.
Your odds are really
Yeah.
good.
Your odds are pretty good at winning, legend.
I'd
Yeah,
say
so far you have 100% of winning. So if nobody comes on this chat, you are the winner.
Yeah.
The thing is that I have noticed a lot of people in different states, like in Chicago, New York, mostly on the East Coast area, and in Texas as well, and some places in California. People meet up at the con. They reach out to each other or they meet, and I miss that, and because here in Washington, just somehow they're very isolated. Even though we follow each other on Instagram, we say that we're going to be going to Emerald City Comic Con. Out of the 7 years that I've been here, and out of the 7 years, 2 years that I've been going to Emerald City Comic Con, only one person I have met that we met up just for the con was it's called Tacoma Comic, Ian. He was the only one that would actually set up a time, say, hey, let's meet on this certain day. But I know there's a handful of people that I follow on Instagram. They all live in, Pacific Northwest in Washington State, and nobody reaches out, or I could be the fault as too, but it's just that we don't have the get together to meet and, to, I don't know, shoot the shit or have time like what you did this past weekend. So it's kind of saddened, but I'm kind of here that, a lot of people are still are able to get together and kind of meet the people within the community. But here, sad. Washington State is not a place to meet people. It's weird. And the funny thing is, Comic Tom actually is
We've been
located
into
here
Tito's
in
before.
Washington, and I have never have seen him on Emerald City Comic Con. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
Like he will go to a bigger con. Like I think during the time of Emerald City Comic Con, I think there's E2, C2, or there's some other con. He'll be there promoting his channel and his book, but he wouldn't do it locally. I just don't get it. But yeah, Tom, if you're watching this, support your local freaking state, man. So here, great day, cooking breakfast right now, watching and listening on iPad. Me and Hazel Dan and Kingdom Come bit before it was cool. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think we all should do this, but I think from now on, I think I should reach out to a handful of people that I know that live in Washington, saying, "Hey, let's meet up in so and so," and see who shows up, so I can talk shit about them if they don't show up.
Well, I definitely did it before the pandemic. I mean, we would meet up at comic book stores or restaurants or at the con, but since the pandemic, I just kind of don't want to.
Are you still in that mind mode, saying maybe I might still be catching, or what?
I think kind of, because I did get sick over the summer. I got influenza, so I mean, I haven't been wearing masks, but when it gets colder, I will.
Okay, it's not because you're more attuned to because you. Oh, who that? Hey, look, we got another person. Sorry, Legend. Now you only got 50% of reading that comic books. All right. So, hey, who that?
Yeah,
How are you, man? Yeah, let's have fun. But you're in the California area. I got to drive 18 hours just to see you. But hopefully one day I'll make it down to California. But yeah, who that? Hoodoo Comic, Hoodoo TV. Agree. Oh, this is Hoodoo TV. Hey, what's up, man? I think this is Who That Comic. Okay, hey, we have a giveaway, so towards the end of the show, we will be giving away. I don't want to keep showing this book, but it's a great giveaway. So, these are the 3 books. Average about $20 per, but it's a $60 worth of comic book. The 7ate9 comic where was very gracious to send us books to give away throughout our live shows.
Where are they located? They're in England, aren't they?
They're located in Great Britain, in UK. Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the thing: I have ordered many of their not their exclusive, but exclusive covers with limited print. But even from the comics that are coming overseas, their packaging is so well done. I haven't had any comic book so far got damaged. I mean, you seen the pile of comic books they sent me, right? It was packed so well that none of them. I checked them thoroughly for any dings or creases, especially in the spines and the corner. Nothing. So I don't know.
I've only ordered from them once before, and it took so long for the shipping to happen. Maybe because they're abroad, but I should try them again.
Well, normally if you get the comic books let's say it releases today, they'll probably take about a week for them to pack. It probably will take another week. So if you get your book locally for about maybe 7 to 10 days, it will take additional 5 more days for you to get the book.
Yeah.
So but still, I try Golden Comics. But 50% of the books comes in. The packing comes damaged due to the lack of packing. I try Unknown Comics. They're also really bad when it comes to, because what they do is they will shove the book in a.
You talking about Golden Apple?
Huh? Yeah, Golden Apple. Golden Apple Comics.
I'll be back in a little bit. Sorry, I got to take the dog out.
they have really great selection, but the packing. And one time I ordered like 10 comics from them. Half of it was damaged. I called them, hey, books is damaged, and all they said was, no, that's a still 9.2. You know, that's still near mint condition. That's what we aimed at, and they would not do anything about it. So I said, you know what, later's. And same thing with Unknown Comics. I mean, their packaging was bad, but you know, 789 has been supportive ever since the 9.2 crew. So I reached out to them, and they're willing to support our live stream, and they send us book, and here we are giving it away. So wait, Voodoo. All right, got your name, Hoodoo TV, in the wheel of names, so we will be drawing at the end of the show. Yeah, we were okay. Before we went live, we were talking about Absolute Batman, and I'm surprised that nobody in this panel has read it yet.
No.
Oh God, it's good. It's good. I highly recommend it. It's a whole different twist to new look. I'm really curious to see what Scott Snyder has is going to be bringing in or to offer a new side of Batman. It's almost like an alternate title to Marvel. So it's a whole different. Batman is not rich. His parents were still alive at the time, and but anyway, I don't want to go too into it. But it's a great read. Great read. Read it if you have the chance to pick up. I don't care if it's the fourth print, fifth print, sixth print. You know, if you can get it on eBay for like $1.50, whatever, try grab it because it's a great read. Hoodoo said, haven't got my son his graded key for Christmas. He said no saving bonds for him. Graded book. Once says 20, and he says for hunt for. Any suggestion to hunt for the next 2 weeks? Save your money.
Yeah, save your money.
Yeah. Hey, we got Jeff Salsa in the house for some great legend. All right, so J Salsa 23, you are in the name random. J Salsa. Okay, you are in, buddy. Now everybody has 33.33333% of winning this great three books that I showed early in the show. So what I wanted to talk about is for the love of this hobby is that I have realized that people, not everyone is nice or kind or genuine, but there is a handful of people like yourself in this panel, you know, like Yvonne, Ron, Joe, we got Richard. I have to go kind of 50-50 on Kingdom Comic because he does have a little bit of his emotional roller coaster. But yeah, this is a great community that we have or have built throughout the years supporting each other. And I just want to say thank you, everyone who has supported me in this live chat. I mean, this live show. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to give away. I was actually wanted to give away my own comic before I reached out to 789, but they were very kind enough to send us this books again too. So I just want to say thank you. And I think this is why I stayed on YouTube. That's why it's regardless of the hobby or what, I think it's just this more of this interaction that I get with people that drives me to keep going, regardless what the drama or of the frustration of with the CGC grading, along with all this shenanigans that are happening within this community. But there's a handful of good people still out there and who's really really nice, that's genuine, and stay true to who they are. And I'm very very fortunate and I guess blessed to have this small group of friends that I would like to call them as friend in this hobby. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Um, I wanted to do like a artist highlight, but I realized that for me to do that, I didn't want to go half-ass in and give very little information. If I'm gonna do that, and I wanted to get their background, what their first cover, what their first publishers, publishing art is, and who they are. So I reached out to one of them, and but unfortunately, due to his lack of English, because there was a language barrier, he's actually is from Spain. Yeah, he does a lot of collaboration art with Sonia Madas, and his name was Coco Aspen. So and they does awesome cover. They did a lot of the covers for Zenoscope. Um, but I know when people say Zenoscope, oh, it's not a comic book. Those are just more of a titty books, or but actually, it's not. They do have a lot of risque comic book, but I think, for in my opinion, some of the books are really a decent read. Um, it's not a bad read, and it's not. Most of it is not a continuation. It's just a one-shot story, or there's one comic is that it's just like three separate story in a comic book. So, but they do a lot of the covers for Zenoscope, and I reached out to them if they wanted to be on a show, but they said that due to the lack of communication or language barrier, they said sometime next year he want to brush up on his English before he go live. So I say, hey, you know what? I totally get it. I have the same issue with my wife. I want her to be in the show, but due to her language barrier, she's still kind of hesitant to come on until she feel comfortable. So, so Coco Aspen, Sonia Matas, I will be reaching out to you guys sometime mid next year, see how things are going. Um, he says, Gliss, you're doing it, making my return soon. Yes, I hope you come back, man. Who who do comic TV? He's actually is one of the person that actually stops by my store and shop in here, and his wife as well. He's also a coach for little league baseball. um, so he's very active, and he also did a live chat. He's one of the variant enthusiasm. So um, he reads a lot of Valiant comics, which not many people does that. So he did have a live show highlighting some of their new releases, and but I hope you come back. Definitely, I'll be in your live chat when you do. Let me know. Um, so yeah, if you're watching this on a rewind, please go check out Hoodoo TV and sub to him. And when he goes live show, show your support. Not many people like Valiant, but he does cover. He does go through intensive, deep dive into that to that publishing. So you might actually because of him. Actually, because of him, I started reading Bloodshot again when they revamped it years ago. Um, wasn't very good, but because of him, I read it. But see how that goes. Dig one story comic was my role. Three stories comic and the one shot. All right. Jay Salsa, great seeing you. Happy Sunday. Um, said not many people are reading about any book lately or preaching. No, you're welcome, man. Yeah, Valiant Comics. Back in the '90s, they did have a really good storyline. But I don't know. Something they have to revamp, and I hope they do something well because or bring a new character into this whole thing, if possible. Uh, so we got three people in the chat, four people watching this live. I'm one of them. Kind of watching myself here. Yeah. So anything new to you guys? I know CBA don't buy any comic book lately. So anything new for Yvonne, hey Joe, Hazel Dan?
Yeah,
We got a couple new books.
yeah.
Hey,
Got
wait,
them
let me.
last night actually. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I got this. I got this. It's kind of cool. Kind of read it there. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So that one made me laugh, so I picked that up. I just thought it was really funny. And then I got this for her. I don't know if you can see it real well or not. Yeah, there you go. Weird hair.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
Yeah, it's a super cool cover. Let me kind of show it more like this. I don't know if you can. Yeah, there we go.
That's a cover I've been wanting for a while.
Yeah, we've been looking for this for the last couple of years.
Hey, isn't me or that kind of have that manga feel to it?
A little bit, maybe. Yeah, it's got a. Yeah, it's kind of a. It's different, man. It's just one of those gruesome kind of covers, you know. It's
I think it's the perspective in that because
Yeah.
you see like the hand.
yeah,
It's like
the hands being he's got that guy in that furnace, and
you can tell he's like alive, right?
Yeah, you can
He's
tell
reacting. Like
it's just a brutal.
gruesome,
It's a
yeah.
gruesome cover. Yeah, it's a Don Heck cover.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
And the coloring is just really nice too.
yeah, it's and I've never seen a really clean, solid, great looking, like everyone that we've tried to look for on eBay or anywhere. It's always in that 1.0 type of range, and
There's some mid grades, but it's like
yeah, they're
$2,000-3,000.
$2,000 or $3,000, so it's too expensive. We don't want, so I finally
It's just
found,
a cover that I like.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to pay that much for it.
so we found one at a comic shop, which I was surprised they had it. I never see it anywhere. I haven't seen it in any comic shops that I've been to, and I finally found one, and so yeah, and I got them to actually knock almost 50% of the price off of it. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it always has
Yeah.
its issues.
yeah, it has issues, but I was like,
But
you
the
know,
main artwork is
yeah, the artwork's there. It's presentable. It's still attached, sort of, but
What's
it's
the what's the cover price on it? What does it say? Is it 10
for
cents?
it's probably 10 cents.
it's yeah, it's a 10 center. So it's a gold. It's from the 50s. Yeah, it's 10
Oh, there it
cents.
is. Yeah.
Can,
Yeah,
can
it's
you
good.
imagine? Can you imagine 10 cents back then was so expensive?
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back then 10 cents was made out of pure silver.
Yeah. It was probably
You know?
yeah.
Let
They
me show
were,
the other book that we got.
I did. Oh no. Oh, the other ones. Which one? These? Here. I don't know what this means. What is that?
The one over there.
That one? Oh, okay. I thought we already showed that. But okay, let me show you one more that we
Oh,
got
maybe we
recently.
showed it.
Um,
We might have showed it already.
I think we might have already showed this, but did y'all see the one that has like Hirohito on it? And
No, I didn't see that one yet.
okay.
Crooked Eye Wanderer.
The Cockeyed Wonder.
Cockeye
Ooh.
Wonder.
Wow.
Did you see Hirohito on there?
And Hitler.
And Hitler? Yeah. Super Ductors.
Oh,
It's a really rare book.
Another MLJ.
Yeah, it's another Golden Age book. It's an MLJ book. And yeah, so it's a hard one to find. I'm kind of surprised we actually found it. Yeah, it's a cool book.
So Jay Salsa is asking that horror book is a pre-code.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Don
I don't
Heck.
think that would have
Yeah,
gone with the code.
going with
It's
the code.
pretty,
They wouldn't
pretty
allow that
gruesome,
in the
yeah.
code. Yeah, it's a Don Heck cover. Don't see a lot of them around, like I said. But yeah, I was really.
Don Heck does some of my favorite
He's got some
covers,
great
too.
covers. Yeah, we got another one where it's got a guy whose head just got chopped off by a guillotine, and it's
Yeah, is it the horrific?
horrific comics. Yeah, and those are. He's got some brutal. He's got some great covers for horror stuff. Yeah, but it's from the 50s.
I mean, as long as, to me, when it comes to that old of a book, Golden Age,
Yeah,
especially on Golden Age, I think long as the cover presents itself
Right.
with, vibrant colors,
right.
and still has all the pages, so you can, if you
Yeah.
ever wanted to read it, you can read
Right.
it. I think that's I think that's pretty much where you want to start, right?
Yeah, there's no pieces really missing from. There might be like a little bitty chunk at the
Like
upper
if
right,
we're
but
being
it's just
honest,
so
most of the
small.
Golden Age interior like artwork,
Yeah.
and other than EC, like the stories are not as
Yeah, the
good, like-
EC comics, like the Tales from the Crypt and
bald.
Vault of Horror and all that kind of stuff. Those have superior inner artwork and stories
stories,
compared to like the other horror brands that kind of came out. EC is some of the other horror brands have better covers. Some of them do. There's a lot of great iconic covers from other other sources, but EC has got absolutely the best interior art and stories, in my opinion. Great, those stories are so fun to read. They're so good.
Interesting. Interesting, Joe, that you have mentioned that compared to the EC comics, compared to those horror, how the interiors are, there's so big difference. Like EC compared to what you have shown, that EC has far more better interior art than the horror, right?
Right.
Out of all the
Yeah.
YouTube channels, or whoever reads them and they do a review of it, I haven't seen anyone actually open up a Golden Age comic and show or tell you what the storyline is all about. They only tell you this is a certain cover, this is a certain artist, But I'm glad that you brought that up, because I noticed that I don't know if many of those Golden Age comic collectors actually read their comics,
Yeah. And I kind of looked through, like, we have a Tomb of Terror. It's got the original interior. It's a replication outer cover, but the inner part is it's authentic. But it's just a really good.
Is that top drawer?
Where?
Down.
Oh, here. Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's this one, and I'm sure everybody's seen this before. It's just an all-time great cover. It's that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the interior is authentic. So it's the real interior, but it's a reproduction outer cover. And but so like I was saying, like some of those covers for the other ones are just like so. I think a lot of them are better than some of the EC ones. With the interior art and the stories, and I skimmed through that and check out the stories and stuff, and it just kind of it's just not as good. Like the
one that
writing
the
is so
cover
good.
is based off of, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was.
But some of the other ones in there, like,
they're just kind of I don't know. They remind me more of like a lot of them remind me more of like murder mysteries and husband killed his wife and got away with it. Will they get away with it? Kind of some of that kind of stuff a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of it is more like morality tales, right? It reminds me of like the Renaissance, like how they would write these stories, like sometimes biblical stories, but they're like morality plays where it's, And
I'm not saying the art inside of it is bad. It's not bad. It's good. It's just not some of it. Yeah, but I just think the stuff in the ECs are just much better inside. Yeah.
Well, I'm
sure. Do a video, David, like you said. Maybe I'll do a video one day of like kind of going through one of our EC books and showing what it kind of looks like and talking about some of the stories and stuff, because
I think that would be great content for you guys, since you guys are into just kind of flip through and say, these are the interiors, this is what you want to look into if you ever want to buy a raw EC comics, how many pages, I don't know. I haven't really seen anybody that actually go through a whole book of Golden Age comics, because it might be frail. They don't want to touch it too much because they might damage it more. But still, it's just that I have learned something that the interior on the EC comics are a lot far superior than the horrors, the other horror type. Great.
What's funny is we would like read those together and then like do like the different voices.
Yeah. I like reading. We would do I do like the voice of the crypt keeper.
And he would try to do like the different accents or voices, but they were like not consistent.
They were really, it was so bad.
It was really funny.
That's a video I want to see.
Yeah, me too. I would love to watch that.
Just really ham it up.
It's so cringy. Yeah, it was so bad. But we got a kick out of it. She would do she would do one page and then I would do another. And
Or we like pick different characters.
Yeah,
and like
I would do
anytime
the-
that person would speak, like I would do
yeah,
that.
and I would do like the girl, like, "What are you doing?" You know, like the girl voice and stuff like that. And, I'm gonna kill you. You know, and I can never remember how I did each voice, so they would always sound different every time I did the same character. Yeah.
Oh man, can you guys please do one? I mean, I'm telling you, this will surpass Richard's his Pokemon store with his.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
That is
man.
still my favorite series. is,
Yeah.
like,
You guys should. I don't know. I you know what? I'll get a kick of it. You know what?
Yeah.
And
I might think about it. I might think.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. I might think about it.
I think
It
it
might
will
be
be
like-
fun.
Yeah.
Just get their phone out and just do you guys think and
Yeah.
just.
That'd be kind of
I don't know.
fun.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great content for you guys' channel.
Yeah. I don't know. If I'm-
really embarrassing.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm not kidding around when I say that. It's not high quality stuff there. you know?
Oh yeah, like this is high quality right here.
Yeah, I know.
It's nothing like what we're doing here. Nothing,
You know,
high end like this. You know.
you want to give a little taste of what you guys do now?
No, I think I'll pass.
We're good.
Yeah.
So well, here's the thing. I've been just going through this whole comic book. You know how people were saying that how comic book market is crashing. You know, it comes to a dead end. You know, things like that. So let me just show you how bad it is. I just put comic books here.
Hmm.
You know, look
Yeah.
at this. Avengers 4, CDC 7.5, off-white pages. Now, tell me this is off-white. To me, this is faded. This is not off-white. I don't think you can even put off-white. I think you should just put over here faded. You know? Right
Well, I
here.
mean, to be fair, that's like the interior page colors, not the exterior.
Oh, is that what it is?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll take that back. But still, a faded cover and
Yeah.
off-white pages sold for $1,465 on a 7.5, which is not bad. You know, look at this. Swimsuit Spectacular, something right around my avenue, for
Yeah.
about $199. We got, look at this, 1940 Donald Duck. What's this? Dell Comics?
No comics. Yeah.
Yeah, $8.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Look at this. Water damage. I'm glad that he mentioned this. Water
Man,
damage.
they take off so much for water damage.
It's still wave. I mean, but the thing is, if you know a good presser, they can get
Right.
that thing out. You know?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, talking about pressing, let me just do a shameful plug. If you guys ever want you guys comic books to be cleaned and pressed, go check out He's Got Freaking Issue. I think I have the link to his Instagram page. Click on him, DM, and ask him, you know, his prices, what he does. He also will submit books for you. Go check him out. He's one of the great pressers that I know within this community that does not cheat you. You know, I heard some horrible story how people send books to presser, and after they get their books back, is not the same comic, or they haven't gotten their books, or they freaking just took the comic. I mean, there's a lot of horrible story, but this is somebody that I recommend. He's Got Freaking Issue. Really great presser. Go check him out. So that's my shameful plug right there. Look at this. Amazing Spider-Man 252, very fine plus $155. And look at the condition of it. And people are still paying. So Do you guys feel that comic book market or comic book as a hobby is dying?
So this is actual sales.
Yeah,
These are
this is
sales.
all actual sales.
Wow.
I don't think so.
I don't think it is. I mean, I think it's, you know,
We just saw
what the problem is like there's the before, during, and after pandemic price gouge. You know, like whenever
and
things
there's always going to be
skyrocketed.
these
There'll
outliers,
always be
right? Both
outliers.
high
Yeah,
and low.
there'll be high and low, like extreme. Even always, like next year there'll be a super high book and you can't figure out why it is, and a super low book why you can't figure out. Those are always going to happen, and that's kind of normal. But it's just something unprecedented that happened when everything quadrupled in price. Like it's just this weird thing that happened, and it really messed up the market for a while. And I think it's just leveled down to where what it would be today. Like so, the books that we have that were X amount during the they were like 4 times higher, 3 times higher than they are, you know, before that. Now, the prices they are in the market now are about what they would be over that 4-year period if that never happened.
Unless it was something that was more spec driven,
Right.
like MCU.
Unless it's
driven,
pure
like,
spec, right? But if it's an established book,
yeah.
you know, like the you know, anything you have, like some of those Silver Age keys or whatever the prices are today is about what it should be with the normal market spanning over the last 4 years. It's pretty close to that. So it definitely dropped, and now it's kind of leveled out. So I don't think it's dying, but the hype is gone. I believe all the fear mongering and the hype is gone for a lot of those books and stuff. And the modern, really, I think the modern books are really the kind of the ones that kind of, you know, got hit pretty hard. I think there's those. And I don't know what's going to happen with that because I'm not.
But they also are some of the ones that peaked really fast
Right, yeah.
too, right?
for no reason other than
So
spec or
it's-
something. Yeah,
It is dropping, but it's more like just a correction from,
right.
you know, like the Ultimate Fallout
Yeah,
4.
I think there could
Being
be.
like-
I think there could end up being like a crash to where, you know, like the way the economy, you know, if the economy doesn't get better or anything like that happens, and things get worse and worse for people, you know, like the price of eggs we were talking about earlier and the gas and stuff. If everything continues to like down spiral like that, I think there could be a crash in the comic
Yeah,
book
because
market.
you're going to
you know.
prioritize
Gonna
pushes
prioritize-
over.
Right, life over that. So it's like people are going to spend a couple $1,000s for a book or $500 for a book, you know, when they got ends to meet, you know, they're going to make ends meet. So it could, but
But overall,
if the economy's all right, we're doing all right. I think there'll always be a market for it, you know. But that would happen with anything. If you got a bad market, anything, you know, the stock market could crash, you know, everything, you know, and so it's
yeah, but we just saw like a Pep Comics 22, like
Yeah.
a 1.0 went for crazy.
yeah,
price.
a 1.0 Pep Comics 22 went for $40,000, and it wasn't like it wasn't the best looking 1.0 either. Like it was, you know,
That's pretty.
it was pretty though. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but like it wasn't like a gorgeous 1.0 or anything like that. It went for like 40K. And just a year before, or maybe a couple of years before, a 3.0, that Bobby Blue collection that came out at on Comic Connect, that went for 69,000 a couple of years ago, and it was a 3.0.
What?
Yeah, it went for 69,000 at 3.0, and then this 1.0 just sold for 40,000 like within the last few weeks.
Mhm.
I was shocked. I thought it was going to go for like 20 something thousand, but it didn't. It was like 40,000. I was like, wow, that's a lot.
So Pep Comics 22, is that the first Archie and Archie
First
gang?
Archie,
And-
yeah, it's the one that has the
It's the first Archie, Betty, and Jughead.
yeah, it's got all three of those first appearances, and it's got the World War II cover. You know, this is one of those classic World War II covers, so it's a good cover. It's got the shield on it, and they got that Nazi boot on there.
Do you
And
want to get it out?
yeah, we have a restored copy of one. If you want, I can show you what the cover. Like, I can show you what it is if you want to see it.
Yes.
How much would
Okay.
you buy a 1.0 for?
Me? I'd pay 20. I'd pay 20.
Okay, like the
I'd pay 20 something thousand for a 1.0. Yeah, I don't know about 40. I don't. I wouldn't pay.
those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but,
let's check it out. Let's check out to see what was that. What was the title of that book again?
Pep Comics 22. Yeah, give me a second. Let me.
I mean, Archie's stories obviously are probably modernized now. I wonder what they
Like I
do.
said, it is restored, so it's got extensive restoration on it.
It's my favorite book.
But it's probably maybe our favorite book of all time.
So wait a minute, 8.5 restored?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
It's
that's
the most we've ever
incredible.
spent on a book.
Most we've ever spent on a book, and we probably overpaid for it by a little bit.
This is a hard
So
book.
here we are. Oh wait,
Yeah.
let me follow you out first. Hold on.
All right.
So that's the book right there.
Yeah. So it's a classic
Wow.
World War II cover. First Archie, Betty, Veronica.
Yeah.
Is
Not Veronica. Not
that
Veronica.
your only
Redhead, yeah.
CBCS? Is that your only CBCS book?
For a major book, yeah.
For a new book.
No, we have CBCS.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. Thanks,
We got
Rob
some.
Liefeld.
We got some Ron Liefeld
Signed books.
signed books and
'Cause he
remarks.
wasn't doing
Yeah, he wasn't
CGC.
doing CGC. He was butthurt over him. So he didn't do that.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
yeah, so it's just a great cover. A fiber, like I said, it's got extensive restoration, but it's just kind of a once in a lifetime kind of book for us to get, and we had to make some pretty big sacrifices for it and do some big trade-ins for it and stuff like that. So, but it's worth it to us.
But we didn't get that good of a deal on this one.
Yeah, we didn't
But
get a
we
great
got it,
deal on it,
like-
but we got it. So,
So there's none that
but
was
yeah, and then
sold.
but a 1.0 that do what?
Oh, look at this. Holy crap, 9.6?
Yeah, it's a restored copy of a 9.6. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
I
one
mean
that
it hasn't
sold
been
recently was on Heritage.
Yeah.
The 1.0.
the 1.0 sold on Heritage. Yeah.
well, she's taking whoever this lady is, Comic Warehouse.
Yeah.
229,000, but she's taking best offer. Let's
Yeah.
try put an offer for 9,000.
No.
You do that. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Bye.
I'd buy for that in a heartbeat.
See,
Yeah.
okay, this kind of thing that kind of makes sense, but somehow in a way that it's bothersome. It's like I know Hazel Dan, you guys have a page of what Detective Comics, was it you?
Batman.
Batman number one. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just a
Batman number
page.
one. I know you guys have a page, but
Yeah.
like, is there any significance in this page right here?
I can't really. I'm blind. I can't really see it.
Okay, wait,
I
hold
think
on.
the significance is you get to have a page of.
Yeah, I think the only
It's like-
significance is something like that. If it has Batman on it, you're doing good because if people want the depiction of Batman or the
Well, it's
Joker,
just like a single page of like.
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
And
Shield
some of them have
Wizard.
like the animals on them, so
Yeah.
they're.
So they do
And I
have
know,
a
like, some people go for more of a premium if they have like if it's the splash page or something, or if it's
Or if it has like the main.
the main characters on it in multiple panels or a couple panels or one, like a
well, my
like if you were
comic
to get like
shop,
let's say you were to buy one page. Yeah.
my comic shop has a page of Pep Comics 22, and he tells you that first appearance of Archie, Andrew, Betty. But the thing is that this page does not show any of that, and still asking $5,500 for a pretty
Yeah.
crusted cover.
It's
Yeah.
just like. Some people might pay
Some
that.
people might
just to
pay
have
that.
the-
Yeah, it's just an interior page. Is that what it is? It doesn't have art. It's not like the page
It's
with
just
art.
the interior
I think
page.
it's the one with the animals. Like,
Okay. Yeah, that should probably be for less. That should probably go for a little bit less than that.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
But like Action Comics number one, like I've seen any page you get out of that's usually like a minimum of like close to $10,000.
Was it just like the
or
number
something.
one part or whatever?
Yeah.
Someone paid like 10,000.
Somebody
for
paid
that?
$10,000 for that. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's wild what people will pay.
Well,
for
look
that
at this one here. They said that this comic right here predates Archie's first appearance in advertisement, which it predates Pep Comic 22.
With
stuff.
that.
The top notch
Top Notch
22.
22.
Yeah, we have a couple of copies of that. Yeah.
also really rare.
It's really rare. There's 12 copies of that on the census, and it's got a depiction of Archie. That, like I said, it's a full page ad with word bubbles and dialogue and stuff. So it has Archie talking on it, and he's fishing, and it's cool.
I think he's about to get pelted by like a
A
snowball.
snowball or something, yeah, or a baseball.
And I think it's a snowball.
Snowball, okay, yeah, but yeah, it's cool. That's
And I think
that's
he's like
such a cool
walking
book.
the tightrope like he is in Pep 22.
Yeah, that's
Wow, 6.5, asking close to $27,000.
yeah, that's an expensive. Yeah, and you can't hardly find them. It's a hard book to find.
I mean, you say that, but right now I think there's like 3 on eBay.
Yeah,
but in general, like that is
right.
really rare.
But it's still part of the 12 on the census, though.
Yeah.
So there's only 12 on the census, and 3 of them are on eBay right now. And yeah.
Yeah, here's the second one here at 3.0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to see that this Archie comics, which I've been reading it at my uncle's. I mean, rest in peace. He had all these books in his bathroom. I remember using his restroom, and there was a small little basket on the side, then with all these Archies,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just read it. He had what Richie Rich,
Yeah.
Archie comics. I mean, stack of them, and I would just read it as I was doing my business when I was in a young age. When I used to go, visit him. Now it's I mean, per book is like within certain condition, it's like $3 to $5. I mean, he had hundreds and hundreds of these books. It's just amazing how.
Do you remember if they were like the real? Were they like the? Do you remember if they were like the Silver Age or Golden Age Archie, or do you remember like?
Well, my understanding was some of them was, I believe, was during the 70s. But I knew at the bottom of those stacks were a little bit more bigger size. I think, a little bit bigger. It's
okay.
But I remember just reading those books. I was, like I said, just doing my business until my leg goes to sleep and it goes numb. It's not a consignment on my own. It's just... All right, Drasher is in the house, and we will put him in the wheel of names for the random drawing. Richard. So now everybody has 25% of winning our drawing today from 7ate9 Comics. But it said it's a consignment, not on my MCS. What is that?
My comic shop.
Oh,
My comic shop. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They do a lot of consignment.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the person that owns that page is put that price on it. That's what they're wanting to get for it.
Yeah, but do you know how much percent they'll take? They'll take, I think, close to 30% of your total sales, whatever. Is it?
I don't think my comic shop does that.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't know what they do on theirs.
I know that you can send books to them to have it listed on their website and whatever is sold. I think I remember hearing something about. I mean, don't take my word for it. I think it's like 25-30%.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah. So whoever wants to sell their comic, send it to me, and I'll take 10%. And you might not see a comic book ever again.
That's a deal.
Yeah, that sounds more reasonable.
Okay, 15%. Okay. I was
You'll
way
do 10%, David?
What's that?
You'll do 10%?
I'll do 10%, but you might not see a comic book ever again.
That's what I was going to say. I just want to I need something in signature that I'll get my, if you don't sell it, I'll get my book back, or that you will actually sell it.
Here's a little nub to Kingdom Comic. I'll send it when I feel like it. Yeah, Kingdom Tito, if you're watching this, yes, I'm still waiting for my book. What he says that? Oh, Dart Lopez, what's up, man? I saw your show yesterday at Beyond Wednesday, and yeah, pretty good dramas, man. You guys are doing good. Let me put you in the wheel of names. Darth Richard. All right. So
Darth Lopez?
you know what? Great legend. Your chances of winning this
Oh,
three
Richard.
votes
I
is
thought you said
is
Darth
really
Richard.
like Darth Lopez. What I'm saying, Richard. I got
Yeah.
Darth Lopez. So stick around or just come back.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
come
Legend
back.
was at 100% of winning that book early on, but that dream has faded.
Yep. Faded real fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it took us 55 minutes to get 6 names into our wheels. So yeah, I just love this slow growth in our channel, in this channel. I just love it. You know what? That's good because I'd rather have slow growth than just have an enormous fast growth and just hit the shit towards the end because people must be sleeping. No, people just don't care. Yeah, so Dart Lopez, he's actually was part of the Renovision, I think was Renovision channel, and now he's on Beyond Wednesday on Saturday, and yeah, and they had a drama. God, talk about drama within community. Thank God we're not part of those drama, which I can cause one, but to respect to all you guys in this panel. I decided not to do any drama or cause any drama.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I know it's always a possibility, so we're aware that it's always a possibility.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing is that I try to be careful what I say. So sometimes you hear me say something, I will kind of stutter because I'm kind of double thinking before I say something that might sound racist or might sound like something that might say something that might hurt other people feelings. So yeah, I'm being very, very filtered and being very, very how would you say it? Behaving
Reserved?
myself. Yeah. If this was just me on this panel today, oh my god, I can tell you, drama alert.
Yeah.
But I can poke fun at people that I love, like Tito. He'll send the books. If he ever tells you he's going to send you an AOK, wait 5 years. You might not get your book. What else we got here? I mean, it's just to me is I don't think comic is dead. I don't think comic book collection is dead. I don't know why people say it's dead. I think he has leveled. I think he's leveled itself out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people saying there is a death of comic book. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. And it's probably dead for like some specs.
Certain things have died down, like the
certain things
specs,
are dead.
MCU, like
Right.
the new shows, all that driving that.
I think people
and
kind
especially
of
to that extent.
right. I don't think that's driving the market so much anymore. Maybe little bits and pieces here and there, and some people, but I think most people are kind of tired of that and aren't really falling for a lot of that stuff anymore.
He said 5 years is better than waiting forever for that sunshine collecting. He was a thief. Oh, come on, great legend. Let's compare to something more. But yeah, I mean, out of all the books that I have seen, like I think you guys are right. Spec books are dead.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but mostly dead. I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all this dead books. 80% of these books are all dead specs.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like the extent that it drove the market or drives the market is kind of insane. Like,
Yeah.
Especially with like established characters,
Right.
Like still being influenced by.
Yeah, I don't think that ever affected the golden age market.
It did.
I don't think it affected it like it did the silver age.
It did.
When?
Well, like the whole
It's
Wonder
more expensive
Woman,
now than it ever has been.
the Wonder Woman movie, like that second one.
Yeah.
That book tanked after that second movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did, didn't it? Yeah.
And even like the Archie stuff, since the show
It did
ended,
go
since
down, yeah.
Riverdale,
Yeah.
stuff's kind of.
But I don't remember there being like everybody's forming out and getting a bunch of Golden Age books because they're coming out with the new Batman.
If you look at
Batman
the
number 8, you know.
No, but some of the like side characters or villains.
Batman's gonna have a new utility belt in the next movie, so everybody goes out and tries to buy
like the Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
Like
weird stuff like that.
Yeah, that's too bad. You know, a movie or a TV show shouldn't be influencing the
Right.
price of a book. I mean, if the book is,
It's. I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but the ones that got me are the ones where like the goofy stuff, like the first appearance of somebody's costume or something, would make the book like everybody's buying out to rush this book because you know it's gonna have a different color costume or something, which is kind of cool. I want a book like that, but I don't get the hype over it and like people like getting a book and paying twice the price that the book's worth because they're going to show a new costume or something for one episode of a TV series. It's just kind of an
oh yeah, like the
this
Marvel Spotlight was
Marvel
it?
Spotlight thing and it was
the book of the
the
book.
the book from Agatha or whatever it was. Like, they're going to show like the book of whatever it is in that Scarlet Witch. What was it? Yeah, whatever it is with the Vision and Scarlet Witch, that show that was on, they were going to show like some kind of book, something in there, and then so everybody's rushing out and trying to pay weird prices for that book and stuff like that had the book in it. And I'm like, well, that's kind of odd.
but we're all
It's cool.
we're all guilty,
You know,
we're all guilty of getting the Batwing, though. We all did that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah. It's just
different.
yeah, a little different, but yeah. Yeah.
I think we talked about this one here. Let me just show you. Monsters. You remember we talked about this, Joe?
Yeah.
No, give your. I want to hear you guys' honest opinion. I mean, it's great. He's going to be considered as like what the artist of 2024.
Right.
Okay. But here are the sales that people are buying.
That's ridiculous.
I can't really see that.
Here's an homage to Spawn 1.
Yeah.
Here's an homage to what was that? Jesus, I forgot what it was. But
Zombies?
no, this a cover swipe. It's a hip hop. Forgot what album it was or the group that it was. But I know that Adam Hughes did one for A4's, similar type of homage to this. But yeah, I mean, $13 here, $99. Look at this, $204 for a foil for cover swipe to SM601. Do you feel that? I mean, from my understanding, here's this crime suspense story, 22, limited to 300. Do you feel that this will hold its? Do you feel that this is FOMO?
It's FOMO.
Yeah, possibly. But
do you think? I mean, actually, do you think this is a FOMO or this is actual horror EC collectors?
That's a good point. Yeah, there's the horror buffs and the horror freaks are pretty rabid about their stuff. Could be a combination of both, but I don't know if I don't know if FOMO, like I don't know what they're scared of missing out on. I think it's just really hot right now and people just kind of buying the hot thing. I don't think
that is what
sort of, but there's nothing to like
well, you
I
got
like this one. I like
kind
this
of
cover
like
right here. This is a great cover. Halloween.
Stray Dogs, right? And they had a lot of the horror.
Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at Stray Dogs.
and that's gone down a
Yeah,
bit, I think.
those Mark Spears covers are pretty cool, though. Those are very
They're
new
very
wave.
cool. Yeah. But I can get an EC book for that price.
I can't see the prices.
Yeah, they're like a couple hundred. Yeah, they're.
Let's see if Stray Dog. Since you guys mentioned Stray Dog, because I remember that was part of the huge thing.
Right, and really cool horror watch and stuff like that.
It wasn't
for
like
it,
the
yeah.
Blair Witch one. Wasn't that like around $1,000?
Yeah, some of them got crazy. Yeah.
I think that one and the Poltergeist were the big ones.
Where is that? Well, there's 6 cents for CDC 9/8. Here's that. Was that Silence of the Lamb, Scooby Doo, whatever homage.
Looks like demons.
Demons, yeah.
Bongo Stray Dog. What the hell is that? Evil Dead, $64. So it definitely has not retained its value.
Yeah, because some of them were like hundreds of dollars, up to like $1,000 for some of those and stuff.
Wow, look at this one here. December 1st, Stray Dog number 5, Bird City, variant cover limited to 500, homage to It. $63. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. The Crow movie variant, $28. Not bad. So I guess certain things still do have its value, depending on what it homages to.
Right. But none of the ones that were that expensive anymore. So it just died.
Yeah, even so.
Yeah. I remember getting that. I think it was the 6th print or the 5th print that has the homage to Dracula. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember getting 5 copies of those. Can't even sell it for $1 now.
Yeah. What I liked about it is they had homages to stuff that I wasn't heavily swiped before, like demons and Midsummer. So I don't know. I think that had a lot of like cross interest as well.
Right.
Yeah, well, the thing about the monsters, that from my understanding, is a single story per issue, focusing on a certain character on the cover. I think the first one was the like a Bride of Frankenstein. I think the second issue, number 3 or 2, was Dracula, then Frankenstein. I think the newest one coming up is going to be like a werewolf. So, but from my understanding is that it's a decent story. I haven't read it. But I heard it's a different story. But I think like CBA is saying, it's a great covers, It has some great covers. So I was just wondering, I wonder because I know there's a lot of pre-code horror readers that love anything that is horror. I wonder if they're the one that buying things up because one, it's a very limited print. It's not like Marvel, DC, So you get 200 or 500 or even or 5 or because it's an independent comic, so you can print out whatever you want on a variant cover. So there is a want or there is a demand for it on the secondary market. So it's a great, to me, I think that's a great marketing. Having some thing that people are collecting.
And I'm a huge cover swap guy. I love cover swaps.
Yeah. Well, Jason.
That is a great cover, though.
Yes. Oh man, I remember driving all around Washington. Yeah, he's in the 8 printing of the skit. Yeah, I remember driving all around with my wife to get like copies of this, and thinking, I'm gonna really make money off of this. We could get like 8 copies of it, and
yeah, but which one?
The 8 printing.
Yeah,
this is the one that you. Yeah, this is the one that Boom Studio have. They're saying that you have to buy Berserker 2.
Okay, yeah, we got a bunch of those. We did the same thing you did, David.
But we did not drive around.
We didn't drive around, but we got pre-ordered and got multiple copies of something here and there, and we went stupid.
So we're on that same retirement plan.
Yeah. But I mean, I was thinking maybe get about 8, sell 6, make about a few $100, and
Yeah.
we'll go on a steak dinner,
I
which
thought they were
never,
worth a few
never
bucks a piece.
happened.
Yeah, I got real dumb on that one. These might be worth a couple $100 a book, at some point, but that didn't happen.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jay Salsa, for reminding me that painful event that has happened. I can,
I
So
remember
that'll
those
make your
days,
next
just
video.
going store to
Yeah.
store, just driving around, looking
Yeah.
at even stores you haven't been to before. You would go to them, just to get that one comic book, just that one copy.
yeah. And you know
Yeah.
what? There's 2 places I went,
Yeah.
which I usually go, so they are, they know what I do and they know who I am. But other places I go and I ask them, "Do you folks still have that 8 printing of the skit?" They kind of give you that look like, "Oh, you." They give you that look like, "Oh, yeah, we still have it, asshole."
Yeah. Yeah, we got about 150 copies back there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was massively printed. Massively printed. I thought it would be a very low printed, like very limited, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought very few people were going to get it, and it'd be like this rare book, and
because you had to get like whatever.
the stupid Berserk thing, which.
yeah. I wonder how that panned out. I only have 1 book left. If I never can find it. Yeah, you know what the thing is, that Great Legend. I can't really get into Shazam. Something about that character. I just can't get into it. Saga was a great read. Dick Tracy was a good movie. I thought that was a good movie with Madonna, but just
I
something.
still haven't seen that movie.
What? Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Come on.
I bet it's pretty wild though. Like you watch it. Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it since I was
since
like.
it came out, so I can't remember. I remember I liked it, but I don't know how well it holds up, or
I'm gonna guess it does not.
I don't know. I might. Al Pacino's in it.
Yeah.
You got to watch Al Pacino acting like a maniac. It's worth watching.
Was it?
Yeah.
Dance for me, Solomon.
Dance for me, Salome. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I've been liking on TV nowadays is the Day of the Jackal. Have any of you been checking that out with Eddie Redmayne? No?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay. Never mind. Next topic.
Well, no, continue, Ron. You brought something up. What? Day of the Jackal?
Day of the Jackal is from the 1970s, and they remade it on streaming on Peacock. It's on its 8th episode so far. It's really good if you can get to it.
Yeah,
Eddie Redmayne's a great actor. That guy.
he's a good actor. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a TV series.
Who was in the original?
Yeah, I can't remember the original actors. I mean, yeah, I don't remember their names, but of course they changed.
The Jackal. Who was in the original?
Yeah, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Here it is. All season, 10 episodes.
Okay. Oh.
Isn't this the guy from that like a Harry Potter prequel?
Yeah. With the Nifflers.
Yeah. I like him. He's a good actor.
Mm-hmm. I think he also played Stephen Hawking too.
Yes, he did. That's a great movie as well.
Good movie, yeah.
We saw that Amazon movie where they were doing like the hot air balloon.
The hot air balloon.
It has the Jyn Erso from Rogue One in it too.
Oh yeah. What is that? I forgot about that. We watched it over at
Williams'
house. Yeah.
I forgot where she's from. What movie did she come in?
She's in that Star Wars miniseries, isn't she? Is she not?
Is that her?
Go click on it.
What's her name?
Shauna Lynch.
Lashana Lynch.
Okay.
She plays as a Bianca Pullman.
Okay.
Yes.
I think you could be right. I think that is her. Wow, look at this image.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know she was such a big good woman. Oh, she came in that new freaking that
Captain Marvel.
no, yes, Captain Marvel, but I knew her from 007, the
Yeah, she's
last
the new 007.
yeah, the new 007. I thought,
Oh.
my God, do we really need a female 007? We already got Black Widow for that. You know?
I don't like taking an existing character and just gender swapping.
Yeah, but it's not. But 007's like a.
It's a
It's
code
not-
name, I guess.
It's a code
different,
name.
yeah.
It's not supposed to be the same person. So technically,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, just trying to shoe in a. I don't know. It's just got. It's like it's got to make sense, right? As long as stuff makes sense, I don't care. But
Yeah.
just to do it for the sake of like making your check mark and.
I heard there's talk about Tom Holland being the next 007.
Nah, I
Oh
don't
no,
like that.
please. No.
No, I don't like that.
You don't
How
need
about
a
Harry
Spider-Man
Potter?
being
Harry
the-
Potter being the next 007.
I always wanted.
Wanted-
I was Idris
Idris
Elba.
Elba,
Yeah, I
yeah.
always wanted Idris Elba to be 007. I thought he'd be. Do what?
Oh, the booking.com commercial guy?
Yeah, yeah, he would be a great 007.
He had a
think.
Netflix show, or was it Prime? It is
Did everything freeze?
God. I forgot the title of that show, but it was such a great show. It finished on season 3, and they were supposed to make a movie out of it, but never happened. And later series never come on as also.
Legend.
It's effing stupid. It's gonna make
Yeah.
it 89 go from there. Yeah, I agree. I agree. No, here's the other thing that I don't like it when we're shoved things down our throat
Yeah.
for their pepper. What's that word I'm looking for? For their I don't know. It's just propaganda. Is that the right
Well, like
word?
you mean like the
in
what do you call
anything,
it?
in anything.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
it's
equality
fantastic-
stuff or whatever?
yeah,
Yeah.
like Fantastic Four. Okay,
Right.
when Warner Brothers did it, we didn't need black. You know,
Johnny Storm.
Johnny
Yeah.
Storm. When did he become black? When his sister is white.
Well, I mean, there are mixed families. Like,
Yeah, but I get what you're
It's-
saying though. Yeah.
You know, I understand the diversity a part of trying to make everybody happy, trying to
Yeah,
make it even.
She
And
could never make
Disney is
everybody happy.
and Disney's is freaking just known for this. Like
Yeah,
Ariel,
definitely.
the live action movie, Little Mermaid. When was she
Yeah.
ever black? I thought she was a redheaded.
I think that
White
upset a lot of people. Yeah.
she was still a redhead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
When was the last time you seen an African American, a black woman that is naturally redheaded?
well, I didn't say anything about natural. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying she was.
So here I am stirring up drama again, but this just kind of
Yeah,
thing
watch yourself, David.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Remember
I'm
what you
just
said
saying.
earlier.
I'm just saying, like, it's rare to find a black woman, a black skinned woman with natural red hair. Should have never been that way. She's a great singer.
Well-
Should have been that way.
If she's the best person for the job, I could see that, but it feels like that is not how they're casting.
It's not
her.
how they cast them. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, it's
We
not.
just say, oh yeah, we have this girl from Disney, whatever, Mickey Mouse Club and whatever. She's a great singer. She does whatever we tell her to do. Here, let's make a movie here. But Ariel is Little Mermaid. She's a white woman. with red hair. Don't care. Don't care. We need viewers. We need minority viewers, then just push it out there. I don't understand it. I just hate it. It just, yeah, after Legends
Well,
coming
it's not just
yeah.
to me. It's like that's not the only change that they're making. It's like also like we can't have.
Yeah, then there's a whole Snow White thing going on now too, where it's just.
But they're not just changing the casting; they're changing the story too.
Right,
like,
yeah.
That's what they did with Day of the Jackal. They modernized it and they changed the MI6 person or whatever, the British agent person. Yeah.
Well, if they're gonna make Snow White any ethnic, make it Asian.
Okay.
And film it in China or something.
Yeah.
Make it modernized. You get 7 dwarves working at a sweatshop.
Oh man.
I don't know. There's a story for you.
Yeah, that would be different.
Different.
Yeah. I
I can write a script for that one.
Yeah.
How does your Nike made? How's your Adidas shoes made?
Yeah.
Made in China.
Yeah. Whistle while you work. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. But going off the thing is like, yeah, going back to Mike Spears is that Monsters is pretty crazy.
Transition.
Let's look at the you know what, like I said, I've been sick this whole week. I pulled my back this past Friday, so I wasn't able to come up with anything too much, but comic
Yeah.
news.
I thought the same thing.
All right, let's look at this. Oh shit, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, by the way, how are you guys' dog doing?
She's doing
tearing
better.
everything up right now.
Yeah, she's a lot happier now. She's feeling better and kind of back to being her old self and not miserable anymore. So, but yeah, hang on. Speaking of being miserable, hang on. Hey, stop, baby. Stop.
You know what? Right here, it says the 20 best comic books ever ranked. You guys want to dip into this?
You can try.
I mean, all I have to do is click on this. So Marvel's Darkest Universe news. Breakdown down the bin. All right. So have you guys been following the new Marvel?
So what? Sorry.
Huh? Well, I'm gonna click on it. Let's see. What is the 20 best comic books ever? And let's see if you agree with what Screen Rant has to say.
The 20 best comic books ever?
That's what he said. The 20 best comic books ever ranked. Right? Ever. And this was updated in September 23rd of 2024. All right. Number 20 comes in at Batman The Long Halloween. Came out in 1996.
That's pretty good.
I never read this one yet. I heard good story about this. Mm-hmm. So it's good. So we all can agree that this was considered as the top best 20 comic book ever. Let's see what the 19.
I got some the rest of it. I don't know about that, but yeah.
Well, let's see what 9. Oh, look, The Walking Dead. It came out in 2003.
You got to admit that is innovative. That story.
Yeah, I would maybe. I'd maybe.
Did you guys ever read this book?
The first one. The first one, yeah.
How did you like it, Ron?
Well, the first one was just like the first episode. It was almost very much parallel. I don't know about the art though. It's just okay, but the story definitely is
The art is more like a kind of stylistic. It's going to be really, you're going to love it, hate it, you know.
Yeah, it was black and white.
Yeah.
black
There
and
was
white.
not many words to it. It was just panel of arts.
Yeah, Watchmen's great. Yeah.
You know.
The
So
hype for
that's
that
number
was,
19.
yeah, there was a lot of hype for Walking Dead.
But didn't Walking Dead didn't do as well until the show came out and it became a hit? Then
Yeah. I think that's what gave it all the attention. Yeah. But then people,
Right.
you know.
All right. So number 19, Walking Dead. Number 18, Sin City. Great movie, but I don't think this is the top 20th comic book.
I wouldn't say that's a top 20 comic book.
Like I said, great
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
The movie was.
The movie's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie's really good.
It is so stylistic.
Yeah. So is the book, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Frank Miller's.
Frank Miller. Yeah, it's maybe I haven't read it, so I really don't know. But I know if it's anything like the movie, yeah, probably maybe.
I don't know about top 20 of all
Of
time,
all time,
but
yeah, I don't know.
See, I have in the same thing. I don't know if it's the best movie. I don't know if
What do we got
Street Rat
next?
is kind of going for the sales of the books that it's been going lately, or the hit on the movie or the show or the movie kind of relates to the comic book. But I mean, God, Frank Miller, this is the kind of art that we're used to, not the kind of crap that you're sending us fucking lately. Jesus.
Right. Yeah.
All right, number 17, Preacher. God, this was a bomber, wasn't it?
Well, I think the TV show was a bomb,
Yeah.
but the comic books wasn't bad. I don't know if it's top 20, but Garth Ennis.
Yeah,
I never read this, so
yeah, I've gone to like the bookstore before and skimmed it and stuff like that. I would not put that in one of the top 20 greatest comic books of all time.
I like Garth Ennis Punisher, but not Preacher.
Yeah.
All right, so far we went through 3 books, and so far we haven't agreed yet that this could be the top 20th. But let's see what number 16, Kingdom Come.
That's an excellent comic book.
Yeah.
I would think that'd be the top.
Do
10.
we agree that this is the top 20th comic book ever? I mean, we got to go by what the title is saying. The
Well, for
20
me,
best
it'd be in
comic
the top
book
10
ever.
at least, not just top 20.
Yeah.
I'd have to go with it probably on that one.
probably.
Okay, so we got one winner here. Next one, V for Vendetta.
No.
It's like, really?
The movie, but I don't know about
Movie,
the.
I mean-
the movie's incredible, but I'm gonna go no on that.
I have the trade on that.
Yeah.
I think Natalie Portman was really great in this movie, but I mean,
He's in a lot of things. Yeah.
just something. Okay, so this is number 15. Came out in 1982. Number 14, Batman Year One.
I do like Batman Year One, but I wouldn't have it in my top 20 or my
Yeah.
top 10.
Probably not.
That's it.
Huh. Came out in 1987. I was 17-year-old then. All right, let's try number 13, Green Lantern Rebirth. Really?
What?
What?
No way.
Are you smoking crack, real Screen Rant? Green Lantern Rebirth? No way.
That can't be.
No way.
Green Lantern Rebirth.
God damn. I mean, the art, yes. Ethan Van Sciver, Jeff Johns, one of the greatest Green Lantern storyteller ever, hands down. I guess got to be in the top 3. But to be in this title, to be in number 13, anybody read this?
I'm pretty sure. I think I know what number 1 and number 2 is probably going to be.
Well, I know
All right.
what my number 1 and number 2 is. I don't know what this one will be.
Well, my number 1 is freaking Spider Boy, of course. And number 2 is, something is killing the
Yeah.
children. 8 printing.
No.
Number 12, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
No, that
Tom
can't be.
King.
Come on. You know, Tom King has great comic books. I don't know if this is one of them. This can't be.
Have you read this one?
No, Jeremy has. He loves it.
I know we have it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a friend recommended it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's another example. You don't always have to read your book. You
Yeah.
know.
No, a friend of
have
ours
to.
loves that. Yeah, he loves that stuff. Like, he likes that one really well. So I don't know. But
But we haven't read
we
it.
haven't read it yet.
All right, so let's go to number 11, Mighty Thor. Really? Is this the greatest top
Can't be.
10? No.
Jason Aaron's a great writer, but I wouldn't say this is one of his best.
You know what? If this, okay,
I
since
love
we're going to get into
the-
top 10, because we did the top, the first 10 already. If the top 10 doesn't have a Killing Joke in there,
Yeah,
I'm going
Killing,
to write Green Rat
Killing
and say
Joke and Dark Knight
you
Returns.
guys top 20.
Yeah. What's the
Crisis
one?
on Infinite Earth.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
For me, I grew up with that. So yeah.
Ron, do you agree with this?
I think it fits in the top 20. I don't know if it's in the top 10. But
Not that high. Yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's top 10, but it's.
So Marv Wolfman and George Perry. I mean, great art, great storytelling. I have to be honest, I haven't read this series, so I just have to take your word for it. But a lot of people are saying that this was a great read. So
Yeah, and I might be wrong because I haven't read it since I was a kid, but or much younger. But I remember I loved it. Yeah.
all right, so let's move on to number 9, All-Star Superman.
Come on.
No. No. Negative.
Is it because James Gunn is using this storyline to,
Ah.
you know,
Ah.
and Frank Wiley, something about his art is a hit and miss,
Yeah, his art's not
but
one
it's
of
not
my
my cup of tea.
No, same here.
I mean, look at. I mean, why does he have this massive crease on his neck? I mean, that's some serious freaking forehead creases over here.
He's got a good smile though.
Yeah, I mean, he looks cute with those dimples, but Jesus, that crease on his neck, God. Okay, move on.
Yeah, moving on.
Number 8, Immortal Hulk. Remember the hype on this one?
I never read that, so I don't know.
Really good.
It was okay.
Yeah, I read it. I like it. I like it a lot. It's really good. It's not top 10, but it's good.
It's good that we got to see
also
the
like the
side
Hulk.
of a Hulk that we really didn't see when it comes to Immortal Hulk. I think that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
All right, God, number 8. This is number 8. All right, number 7, Wonder Woman Historia, the Amazon came. This came out last year.
Yeah, that cannot be. You know, I got to say, I do like Kelly C. DeConnick's writing, but I did not read this one, and I'm surprised this is so high.
Greatest comic book of all time. Came out last week. Yeah.
Recency bias.
Recency bias, yeah. I don't know anything
Jesus
about that.
Christ.
All right.
This came out last year. How the hell it makes 20 best comic book? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Number
let's go to
6,
the next
Lock
one.
and Key.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I haven't read this, but I saw
I
this TV shows. I like the TV show. I like.
Yeah, and
the
I
TV
heard it was really. I heard Lock and Key was really, really good, but I never read it though.
Good.
But
I never read it either.
It was good. I saw the first 2 seasons. It was good. But the comic book, I don't know. I wonder how the sales in this Lock and Key is doing.
Mm.
You remember the Y to the Last Man? I wonder
Yeah.
whatever happened to that book.
Yeah, a lot of issues.
Number 5, The Dark Knight Returns. Okay, so here's something that I can say. This might be the top 20 comic book.
I would say it's in the top
Oh.
5. I wouldn't put it higher.
Yeah, I'd say it's in the top 5. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's in the top 5, but it's definitely
This is the
worthy
weirdest
of in the
list.
top 20, right?
Yeah, it is a weird. Yeah, it's a weird list. It's
Yeah,
It's
this
like,
one I can agree. We can all agree that this is not
Yeah.
number 5, but
Probably
it can
top
be top 20.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, at least top 20 for sure. 100% top 20. Yeah.
All right. Number 4, X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga came out in 1979.
Wow.
Wow.
Absolutely. 100% absolutely. I'm a big. I grew up with that. I got the so good, man. Yeah. But that's just
But do you believe
my
that?
personal
Do
opinion,
you
but
think
I
that
they
being
got
a
that one
number
right.
4
Definitely.
justifies it?
Possibly. Possibly. Yeah.
so, yeah.
It's definitely possibly.
All right.
It's really good.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad story, but being a number 4. All right. Drum roll.
Yeah.
Top 3 coming up by Screen Rant, the top 20
Three.
comic book ever, which was updated September of 2024. All right. Number 3 comes in Saga. This I agree.
I hated Saga.
This I agree. But number 3, no. Probably number 10.
Never read it.
I started reading it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it I like that. I like
So
I like
you
the
go
fact
top
that-
10, but not top 5, right?
No, not top 5. Maybe top 10.
I haven't read it. She started reading it, but I haven't read it.
I started reading it, but then I was at work, so I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not suitable.
So I like what Yvonne said. Very original. It's an original
Elvis.
take.
Yeah.
You know, when you got a lamb made baby with the devil, you know. Okay.
Oh.
Number 2. What do you think number 2 will be? Any guess?
No. It's a weird
Well,
list.
Watchmen, or I don't know. Watchmen's probably number 1.
All right, number 2, Watchmen. Number 2,
Okay. So what's number 1?
I don't know.
Oh, the
Killing
Killing Joke. Number
Joke.
1's the Killing Joke.
Killing
think
Yeah,
it's
Joke.
Killing
Joke?
Joke's gonna be number 1.
I think so. Yeah.
Killing Joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Sandman.
Oh,
Wow. Killing Joke.
so the Killing Joke's not in here at all.
Killing Joke is not even in the
What
top
an interesting. What a shitty list.
That's a
20.
terrible.
Wow. I am
I'm sorry.
surprised.
Killing
What?
Joke is not in the top 20
Not
list.
Killing Joke in the top 20?
No.
But they have that
I've
Wonder
never-
Woman book that came out last year, though, David. So that legitimizes the list for sure.
Oh, Comic Crash. Look, Comic Crash is in the house. Hey, buddy. Thanks. I think this is your first time into our channel. Guess what? Your name will be in the random drawing to win this comic book. You'll get Shattered Glass Hulk 181 limited to 800. And you got Batman 154 Will Clark variant. And
Will
you
Clark.
got Polka number 1 Raza Virgin variant. So yeah, so you'll be in
Double
the
check.
name of random is Comic Crash. All right, you're in, buddy. So stick around if you want to. We'll spin the wheel towards the end of the end of the show, and if you're watching this on the rewind, come back, fast forward to the end to see if you want it or not. And if you did, reach out to me on my Instagram, David _ SNMC, and send me your address and I'll send it to you when I want to. Yeah, oh sweet. I'm loving the conversation here. Yeah, you know what? This will just pull it out of our ass to go with the top 20 of. But that was, God, that was weird, right? No Killing Joke?
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, that would probably
No,
be my number one or number two.
you know, and this is a number 7, the Amazon that came out last year.
I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah, I'm like, who's sucking what on this one here? The All-Star Batman, yeah, it's a good read, but consider as a number 9. Let's recap. Mighty Thor, 11. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, really? Is there a lot of LGBTQ people reading this book here? I don't know. Why is it at number 12? Green Lantern, The
You know,
Rebirth,
one thing that I
really?
liked really well, I liked Secret Wars.
Oh yeah.
I love Secret Wars too. For
What,
me, I
what,
might, maybe a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but you know,
You know, David, this list should bother you. Don't is there's no Spider-Man book in here.
I know.
yeah.
And there's no I don't know. It's just, yes, it bothers me very much.
I mean, in my top five, I would
You know,
have
really,
somewhere in there in the top the first appearance of Punisher. For me, that would be one of the
yeah,
best books.
yeah, that's
What
good too. Yeah,
first appearance of
but I
Punisher?
think one of the best comic book stories.
I mean, right here. I mean, even
Yeah, it's
Hush
a
was a
fun
great
read.
storyline, or Court of Owls was a great storyline, but that was never mentioned it in the top 20.
Yeah, Quarter Owls is up there for me. It is.
Yeah, to me, I thought that would be in like the top 20, maybe 15 or 16. You know, and for me, Civil War was a really great story. That could have been the top 20. Not Amazon, the Wonder Woman or that Supergirl. I can't really say because I haven't read the book, but what the
Mhm.
hell, guys?
Yeah, that list is all messed up. Um,
Oh, Craven's Last Hunt.
mhm.
You know,
The very first Iron Man story. I think that would have been somewhere in the top 20,
yeah,
top 25. You know, Tony
Comic Con.
Stark.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kingdom Come was on. I think was what, number 15 or
It was
some
too
16.
low. That was
Yeah.
too low for me. Hmm.
Screen Rant sucks. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Watchmen. Well, Watchmen was in there, but yeah, that was an interesting. I'm glad I clicked on it.
I'm not.
At least we got some content. Uh, thanks to Screen Rant.
Yeah, we can rant about their list.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Out of those 20, I think we only agreed on maybe 3 at most.
Yeah, a couple. You
Yeah.
know,
I really don't think that Walking Dead is considered as a top comic book.
I wouldn't put it in the top 20. I mean, I enjoyed the first issue for sure. But the artwork is just okay. Um, I mean, the
One of
story
the
is
best.
great.
Is this basically so? Is this basically just like? I guess this is just basically like storylines, not just individual comics, right? It's more like
Yeah, I
a
guess what they're
series or more
saying.
like a
From my
solid.
Yeah, I didn't read the fine prints on that, but from my understanding, this top 20 has to do with the storyline, not what it's sold for,
Okay,
not what it was hyped
yeah.
for. It was just more of The Walking Dead, I guess.
I'll
It's not issue
okay,
one. I think it was just more of the whole title
yeah.
itself. You
Because if we're
know?
doing like individual issues, one of the best stories out there really is like the first appearance of Spider-Man. Like if you can find like a reprinter, you can find like get one of those things and read Amazing Fantasy 15 in a reprint or something. Man, it's so good. It is really, really good.
Yeah, it really does have it all.
It has it all. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It might be my favorite story that I've read. Like it kind of hits on everything. It's really good. Yeah.
Well, sometime I was voted the class clown in my high school years, which I only went for 1 year, which was my freshman year. So
That's quite a feat.
but yeah, I mean, it was weird. Maybe we should come up with our top 20 comic books ever that we read, you know. And I wonder if the journalist ever freaking read any of those books.
I mean, they're good writers. All the ones listed, those are great writers. Morrison, Alan Moore, Kelly Sue DeConnick, those are great writers. But I definitely would have had a different top 20.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
think so too. All right, Legend.
I'd probably have to put the number 2 at number 1.
Gotcha, Legend. Well, if you win, we'll send it to Comic Crash and we'll let him know. All right. Thank you. Bless you, brother. Yeah.
Watchmen is disturbing and jarring. The comic book.
Yeah, it's so good though. Like I would have to put that number. I really thought that was going to be number 1.
Hey, did you guys know about that?
Yeah, Killing Joke should be on there.
Did you know about that Watchmen? I think I sent you guys that clip of I don't know if I did or not, but the Watchmen in their alternate universe, that they're the one who actually saved Martha and what's the father's name? What's Damien's? Oh, not Damien. What's Bruce's father's name?
Never mind. Yeah.
Martha and what?
Jonathan. I mean, not Jonathan.
I forget his dad's name.
All right.
But anyway,
What'd you say their name?
What'd you say their name? What'd you say their name? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, Thomas Ray, thank you, Comic Crash. Well, in the Watchmen universe, the Night Owl or the cast of that in the beginning of the movie, they save someone from, and that happens to be Martha and Thomas Wayne. So, Bruce Wayne never became a Batman in their alternate universe in that timeline, isn't? And as I was watching this wheel about Watchmen, and like, what? Because in the back it shows Batman number 1 comic book and the poster on the wall, and they said that, yeah, and that small little in that 2 second shot in the beginning, that was Martha and Thomas Wayne was saved by the Watchmen.
So I'm not current on like the modern Batman stuff as much, but like, was Thomas Wayne actually like a bad guy, or like they showed him in like one of those movies? I think they showed him as like being like kind of a scumbag. And was he really like that in the comic universe?
Like in the storyline Hush, like how what?
I don't know.
You have to be an ass, don't you think?
I don't know. He has to be.
I think he was.
Thomas Wayne was a physician, as far as I know, and he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he contributed to the city. That's what I remember.
Yeah,
but a lot of good guys contribute to the city and later to become a freaking like a villain.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff.
I don't know, physician. Maybe he's cheated the insurance company to become rich.
Oh, speaking about the insurance company, that guy that got shot in New York.
Oh, Yeah, I haven't followed that.
There's no sympathy for that guy.
Yeah,
You know? Because you know what United Healthcare does is they deny. They
right.
deny claims,
Yeah,
and it puts people in the poorhouse. So I
yeah,
don't know that guy, 50 years old.
yeah. I'm not big on those. Yeah, they're
Well,
You
I
can't take
think
a war.
yeah. I mean,
we might be canceled for me to say this, but here's the biggest crooks out there. One is health plan.
yeah,
All right, health plan are the
big
one of the
pharma.
most biggest crooks. Two, pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, big pharma. I think big pharma is the worst. Maybe I don't know, man. The health's bad too. They're both pretty awful.
You know.
The government.
And the
really.
government, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
number three is government, and
yeah,
guess what? They're all hand in hand together.
yeah,
We
yeah,
should make the top 10 biggest criminals in the modern world.
yeah.
Number one.
Number one for me is the slab companies, PGX, CBCS.
Yes, thank you, Ron.
Yeah,
They
Thank
are
you,
right up
Ron.
there with the politicians and big pharma for sure.
to my top 5. There you go.
Yeah,
We can do it another random
yeah, yeah. Definitely top 5.
Oh, I'm going bankrupt. Look at all these CGC. I'm going bankrupt. Bastards. They took my money.
It's really sad though. The slab companies could have. I mean, if they did the legit job, they could have made something out of this. But their standards are just not there.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
But I think when they first started, it was for good intention.
Yeah.
Which every company that started was for good intention. But guess what? I think it's the money itself.
Yeah, that money thing ruins
The
it.
money thing can change.
money
people.
ruins everything.
Yeah,
It does, man.
yeah, it does. And I've seen it. I've seen it myself.
Yeah,
My and the person that I seen change so much is my brother. Okay,
yeah,
he was a broke ass, never worked in his life, right? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love him as a brother, but as a person, fuck, I want to kill him.
yeah,
But anyway, so he got this business, right? So he has a 60% of the share of what we do. So he's making all this money, right? And from a guy who was just very considerate. I mean, he's not considerate to family, but anyway, he has completely changed to a point where now he thinks he's fucking Jesus. To a point like we work together, and time to time I really want to kill him, and this week I really want to kill him. But the thing is, it's like when you have a certain partnership, regardless what the sharehold is, regardless you have the majority of the share, you will want to have some kind of a communication, some kind of agreement to disagree, a communication to a point where, hey, I want to do this. What do you think? Even though my idea will be shit or not, I want to be heard. Or it would be good to say, like, I want to hear what your thoughts are, or things like that. No, it's like, do what I tell you. And like it, but it doesn't make sense to me.
yeah.
No, just do as I say, you stupid. He will put that other comments in, and I'm to a point where, wow, what an ass.
Yeah.
Just because you're making certain amount of money, now you think you're like the god of.
Yeah.
It's so with that, I mean, I just wanted to say this because money changes people, and I think even in government and in anything, people change when monies are involved. And I think even in this community here, with these dramas and everything's happened, what causes this drama? I think it's because of you can say disagreement, but when there's some type of a monetary value that involved, I think that what changes people.
I don't think money would change me.
No, you will, Joe.
Maybe for the better.
I don't think
I-
money rarely changes people for the better.
Maybe I'm an exception.
Maybe.
No, Joe. I think you'll be like a really, really nice dick.
There goes your channel, David.
You know, you'll be very nice, but you'll be very, very I don't know, a dick.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
You might be right. You might be right.
money changes people. It's not for the better. Maybe better for your life, yes, but I think when it comes to person and how your whole demeanor changes,
Yeah.
it does.
So, David, do you put your brother in the top 5?
Is he next
Five
to grading companies?
Is he next to the grading company or?
No, well, next to the grading company, since he's a very solo guy, I'll put him on my top number 1. My arch enemy.
Is he like your business partner, your brother?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Did y'all fight before, David? Did
What was
y'all
that?
have like? Was he like that? So he wasn't like that before he got himself up and.
no, he was always a dick, but he became a bigger dick.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, he became a bigger dick. Like I could handle before. Like if I was getting raped in the ass, I think I could have handled back then. But now his dick got bigger. I can't handle it anymore.
Your analogies are interesting.
Yeah,
Good turn.
Yeah.
it's painful. It's painful me to just be patient and just take his shit.
So grading
I'm
company.
guessing,
So
I'm guessing he has
what do y'all think
another
about the current
job.
market? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but going back again, yeah, money will change. And
Yeah.
if I have won the Mega Million for 500 something million dollars, you know what? I'll be the biggest dick. I'll be such a big dick to him, you know. But yeah, money changes, and I think even country, the war,
Mhm.
everything, it all because of money and
Yeah.
power. Yeah, so sorry, Joe. I have to disagree with you. You're not going to be a better person.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it really
I agree.
depends on the person. I mean, if you look at I don't know if you watch tennis, but back in the day, one of the biggest dicks out there was John McEnroe.
Mhm.
That guy would scream and yell at the umpires, and he would just.
What do you mean it's not in?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
But then you compare him to Roger Federer, who
Yeah.
made a lot of money. He
Right.
was never like that. You
No,
never
Roger
saw
Federer's-
him.
Yeah,
That guy
because
was a
his
joke.
English sucked.
He's a top-notch
Cultural?
dude. Yeah. Cultural, maybe culture. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you think of all those gentlemen out there like Bjorn Borg, Roger
Right.
Federer. I mean, these guys are classic cool,
Yeah.
but McEnroe was such an
Right.
ass.
Different culture.
Different culture too. Yeah. Yeah. McEnroe's I don't mind his I think it's kind of entertaining, whatever, to a certain extent. But yeah, he was like he had a bad temper and he was kind of a butthole sometimes. Yeah.
So, do you feel that he's an ass or dick because he's screaming and yelling that the ball was foul or was out, whatever? You think because he's asshole, period, or he's just very passionate about what he does?
No, he's just a spoiled kid.
Yeah, he might just be a butthole. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Because I mean, you talk about culture. Jimmy Connors is
Yeah.
American. He wasn't like that. Sometimes he had his moments, but not like
Yeah,
that.
he has moments sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Jimmy Connors married that Playboy Playmate of the Year. I mean, got to give him props for that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. Kudos.
Kudos.
I wonder
Yeah.
having a beautiful woman calms you down. Maybe I should introduce my brother to one of them beautiful women to get his.
You see, David, now you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I was a girl, I don't think I would want to be with him.
Hook him up with some woman that's going to drain him of all his money. And then he'll become a better person.
There you go.
Trust me, it's not the first time that he had done that. He met many women and they fucking drain his wallet like
Yeah. Yeah.
like a 32-ounce soda on a big cup. It's one sip.
I'm just curious, David. Is he younger than you?
No, he's older. He's 4 years older than I.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Something about my family. They still live in the Ming Dynasty. They think just because you're older, you have to be obedient or do whatever they say. They're like, come on, it's the 21st fucking century.
Yeah. Is that and a serious question? Is that kind of a culture thing too? Like, or
Yes,
is that
it is. It is.
a culture thing? Okay.
Yeah, it is. But I'm a banana. I might be Asian, but I'm white inside.
Yeah. Huh, I've never heard that before.
Okay, David.
No, but
Yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
that's the thing that really bothers me is like my mom is old fashioned. She's like, do what your brother tells you. Don't argue with your brother, regardless if it's wrong or not. It's like I worked in a big companies where I argue with the CEO if I don't believe it is. I mean, because I got fired many times, but I'm gonna stand for what I believe. What he says?
So that's
Tell me they'll be cut off the wheel after the show. Yeah. But thank God they don't know that I'm doing this all day. Like I said, this is my sanctuary. I can talk about my family without them ever knowing. So Jay Salsa, don't worry about that will. I am getting that $200.
Wow.
Oh,
jeez.
so let's do a giveaway. So hold on, let me share the screen here.
check on my animal.
She's fine.
Okay, she's fine.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. We got Great Legend, Hoodoo TV, Jay Salsa. We got Richard, Dart Lopez, and Comic Crash. So how do I do this?
Click to spin
How many
or
times
press Control
wait,
plus
click
Enter.
to. I'm gonna shuffle this.
Slowest spin ever. 7 hours later, we have a winner.
All right, so we got here. All right, so let's click to spin.
All right.
Whoa, who's gonna win this?
This is exciting here.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jay Salsa.
All right.
Nice. Congratulations, buddy. And I'll be adding that 8 printing of Something is Killing the Children along with that.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
Give him 2 copies of that.
Yes. Well, so
Throw in
Jay
2 copies
Salsa,
of
The Berserker.
and the Berserk #1 or whatever it was.
so you'll be getting this Raza. Give me the You'll be getting this Ahsoka #1 Virgin covered down by Raza. You'll be getting this Batman 154 by Will Clark, and you get this 181 facsimile Shattered Glass variant limited to 800. So Jay Salsa, you know where to find me on Instagram. Just send me your address and I'll send this out within a week or so. All right. So congratulations, guys, and I just want to say thank you to. I'm gonna share the screen here once again. Thank you to 7ate9 Comics for this great gifts, and also use your code SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your orders. And the newest one that came out is this one here, Dr. Dre, the Chronicle, limited to only 250.
Hmm.
And Batman, Absolute Batman #3, Ben Oliver, only limited to 800. So go check them out and use your, once again, 7 SNMC for your 10% discount on all your orders. So shout out to 7ate9comics again for helping us grow this channel, grow this. And yeah, and I got stack of books that to give away on our next live stream, which is going to be another 3 comic books. And I think you're gonna like it. Really great covers. I haven't read the Absolute Wonder Woman, but I heard it was all right. So 2 hours have passed, and I think we did pretty okay. And Joe, thank you. I know you're very tired throughout your whole week. And Yvonne, you look very pretty with your new hairstyle. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah. And Ron, seems like you're growing hair. So very nice to see that.
It came off my wife and is transferring to Ron.
Yeah, you just went to boom. There you go, Ron. And hopefully the next time I won't be in jail for killing my brother for being an ass. But yeah, Comic Crash. We'll have another whatchamacallit, live stream in 2 weeks from today, and we'll give away another 3 more comic books from 789. And also, a shameful plug is that if you ever want to get your books pressed or clean by a professional that is really, really reliable, which I would definitely recommend, is reach out to He's Got Freakin Issue, which is, you'll see the description to his IG, and yeah, DM and ask questions. He will answer all your questions, and he's one of the best pressers out there, hands down. There's a lot of great pressers, but he's the one that I would definitely go and check out and see. Yeah, definitely, Jason. I'll say hello to my brother.
Hmm.
I will send you a link to his Facebook, so you can be friends with him too.
Oh man.
So I think yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Thank you again, Hazel Nan, Joe, Yvonne, and Ron, CBA. Thank you. I know I can always count on you guys, but I just want to make it clear that you're not obligated. All right, every time.
Oh, we're not.
No, you're not. You're not. You're free. You're a free
Ron,
man.
please don't leave us to this, please. You have to stay with us, please. Do not leave us alone with David, please. I'm scared. I'm scared.
So
You know what, David? For your next show, let's invite your brother.
not happening, Joe. Not happening. Not happening, Ron. Not happening. Oh man.
that
You'd
would
be a
great.
great guest.
That
God.
would be great. Yeah.
No, me and him will be constantly like yelling at each other. Like
Oh,
just
man.
like other day, like he asked me why did I pull all the Gatorlights off the refrigerator, because I told him because it's 3 weeks. We got 2 more cases of the new dates, and the old ones is expires in 3 weeks. That's why I pulled it. And he's like, why the beep beep beep? You do this beep 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 that, and then like I just hung up on him.
It's always a really good way to resolve things is by hanging up on people.
Yeah.
I think. So,
Well, if somebody keep yelling at me, of course
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
it's better than sitting there. Yeah.
yeah. And
I'm
trust
joking
me,
around,
it's
but
the best
I'd
way to
hang up
do it.
too. Yeah. I'd either hang up or start yelling back, and then get really bad. I'd probably start yelling back and then get really bad. Honestly.
Yeah,
I'd do that.
I mean, and also, guess what? I remember Wells Fargo has. I remember I had an account with them. We had a business account with them, but they decided to just cancel all of our accounts out of the blue. They said, "We're terminating your account. You have a certain amount of time to transfer all your money. If not, this one." So I called Wells Fargo and started bitching at them. I started yelling at them because They had no good reason for, or they wouldn't give me a good reason for why they're terminating. And guess what? They hung up on me.
Yeah. Huh.
So yeah, if anybody yells at you over the phone, just hang up. Best scenario that you can think of.
Works.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
no, you can walk out. I
Yeah.
did. Me and
Yeah.
my wife one time, the first year that she was here, she wasn't very happy. We
Yeah.
yelled at each other. We screamed. We cussed at each other. And I told him, I gotta stop now before I say something that I can't take back. Then I'm gonna regret. I walked out of that door. It After half an hour, I came back. Of course, as a man, I apologized for no God's reason. I don't know why I apologized. Till this day, I still don't know why I apologized for what I did wrong.
Because
But
you have
Sometimes
to.
it is better to make peace than be right. Like,
yes,
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We've
And
learned that the hard way too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so after
It's
5
pretty
years,
standard.
we're still married. We're
Yeah.
still together because of that one word. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. So
Now you have to do it with your brother.
Yeah.
I did. I did say many times, I'm sorry because I'm a better man.
Yeah. I don't have a brother, but one of my best friends that I grew up with, I've known him for probably 38 years or something. Known each other for a very long time. And man, we get into bad fights. Like we live in different cities and stuff like that. So like I would go, visit them out of town and stay like,
I'm
a
sorry.
week with them or something like that. Every once in a while when we was it's gotten physical before. And one time we had a conversation on the phone and neither one of us knew when to shut up. And our friendship almost ended. Like we didn't talk to each other for months. And you wouldn't believe the things we said to each other, man. It got rowdy. So yeah, I should have just hung up. Yeah. Should have just said, okay, whatever, dude, bye.
Friend, you know what? The thing is that to make a relationship, regardless if it's your significant other or your friend, I have read that having a good argument really strengthens your relationship. And you got to have that argument. You got to have a little
Mhm.
disagreement. You can't be all heaven and and dindy dandy and just laugh all the time.
Right.
I think those are one of the fakest couples that I can see is that when they're happy all the time. I'm
Yeah.
sure behind the door there's a lot of things going on, but
Yeah, there's nothing fake about me and her.
oh no, I see it on you guys' haul videos.
Yeah, we don't mind talking things out, So yeah,
Yeah.
talk after this video.
we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a good talk after this video.
I mean, a great example to be a man and apologize, and regardless
Yeah.
if you're wrong, you apologize.
Right.
Look at Ron.
And like she said, even if like either one of us, like maybe we feel like we're not wrong, still it's just better to like make amends and to forgive and to be happy than it is to be right sometimes. And
Yeah.
it's
The
not
only
worth
time
it.
that I won't give up a fight is when I'm blamed for something that I am innocent of.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that I will argue my wife with. If I did something or she tells me to something that I haven't done or did or said, that's the only time that I will defend myself towards the end.
Right.
Without saying, but of course, towards the end, I will say sorry that we had the argument, but I'm still right that I haven't said what you're blaming me for.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Hey, Ron, what shampoo do you use? I mean, you got a lot of hair.
Yeah. I
When
forgot
you-
the name of the
Yeah,
brand.
when you turn around, I see that full like you got a lot of hair, buddy.
With the pandemic, I said it's just easier just to shave my head. Because I used to go to this barber shop where, the gals who cut my hair, they dress like prostitutes. It's kind of funny.
Ooh, where's that at?
It's very close. But my town is really weird.
Most guys would want to go to a barbershop like that.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
time for another haircut.
So what's the name of that barbershop, Ron?
God, I'll be going there once a week.
Make sure I
Like
don't go
the
there.
Wednesday Warrior.
Yeah, but it's easy just to shave my head. It's just like don't even deal with it anymore. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a new look. Oh.
Why do you care about my hair, David?
What? No, because honestly, I tell you, what's like completely bald.
Yeah, I like to just shave it all off, so I
Yeah.
don't have to deal with it.
Now I see that you have like a full bush. It looks good.
Thanks for pointing that.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end that with full bush on this live stream, and till next week, we'll continue talk about bush. All right.